Hello everybody, Dren608. Sorry about the delay. Had some problems with my computer here. It's back up and running now. It wanted to reboot like 3 times for updates and things. So hopefully it'll be stable enough for me to keep going here. We are in May of 1945. This is a solo replay of the CUCU strategy. Cripple UK Collapse USSR. Warning, this playthrough will actually not be necessarily a valid example of this strategy going forward, as the design team of the game has made some, I think, much needed changes to the diplomacy game. They also have added some extra spaces. I was going to show you here. Down here, I think it's these 4 squares where you see my mouse kind of moving around. These 4 squares are now going to be the same as this, a restricted USSR space. And then there's like 3 squares up here, right here. I believe it's these 3 squares are also a restricted USSR space. So you will no longer be able to, even if you can't collapse the USSR, you won't be able to seal them off the map in these 2 places. They will have a place to try and launch their counterattacks. So it's going to be a much more interesting game. You will not be able to do the cascading conquer place pull that I did in order to get people like Turkey and stuff. It's going to be harder to bring in Turkey, Italy, and Spain. The rules are published on Board Game Geek, so take a look at them. I think it will make for a much more interesting game. You still will have the Germans trying to get as much space in the USSR as they can. However, I don't think it's going to be as easy to collapse them because you won't have quite as many allies. You probably still will end up with Romania and Yugoslavia, but you probably won't have Turkey, and even with their collapse, you probably won't get Spain that easily either. So, just sort of a warning. The Axis don't want to fight anybody else. We're coming up on only 3 turns left. And this is a pretty solid German line in here for poor weather. So I'm going to take a chance. I'm going to go ahead and declare war on Vichy and hope that they're just spread out, and then I can possibly sweep up and have stretch this German line a little bit because I'm running out of ideas. So here we go. We're going to declare war on Vichy. Yes. And I failed. The Axis rolled a 1, which is what they needed to get the Vichy forces on the board. So, turns out it probably wasn't the best idea. So, I put a garrison there. I'll put the real infantry here. Germans are probably going to strategically move a garrison down here somewhere. So this guy probably needs to be here. And this garrison will go probably here. So, 1 in 6 chance that they would come in on the Axis side, and they did. And the Soviets don't really have anybody they want to go after. Okay. Germany has 42 production points. The only person they really need to give a point to is probably Romania. And then they're going to be done because they're going to be doing something else. The Soviets have fair weather. I were the Germans, I know what I would be doing if I was the Soviets. So in the Soviets' case, they're not going to get another partisans for the whole game. So they're just going to go ahead and use it. They're going to save it just in case the Germans don't retreat, but if the Germans retreat, then they'll just use it next turn. Try and chip a couple factories for July. There's really no good choices here. So, and the Germans aren't going to commit. And I got a good die roll. So popped up the Germans. Germans will commit their submarine here. The Allies do not have, they have a partisans coming next turn, but they do not have any more ultras in their pocket. And the question is whether an ultra is important enough. The extra +1 might make a difference in June or July, so we're not going to commit. And Germans get their factory back. Okay. German strategic movement. I'm I really think I need to. I don't have the aircraft to defy the West, so I'm bringing him. Oh, I got to build. I have one garrison to build. Bring him into Metz. That's my strategic move. West does not really have a good strategic move at this point. Hopes was to be able to like skip up close to Vichy cities that were not being dealt with. So I don't think I have a strategic move for the West. Oh, I know what I was going to do. No, none to the West. And Soviets, everything's at the front, so nothing there. And the German action phase. Okay. So it's fair weather over here. Okay. So we're going to see if we can get off a couple of lucky shots here. The question is, do I use the jets now? Or do I use them later? I think I'm going to go ahead and use the jets here. Confirm that attack. Hit. Got my DR2. This airplane will hit here. So that will take him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It takes him one move to get up. Okay. This one is going to hit here. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then he's also going to hit. I think I will hit this one. Got a DR2 on that one. That's good. Alright, so then this guy can hit here. Oh, I'm getting lucky die rolls. If this wasn't a live stream, if I was not doing this for everyone just to see how the end game works, I would have resigned as the Western and Soviet allies at this point. Because I have knocked out all but one sortie of his aircraft. This one will go ahead and finish this off. Okay. All right. So now it's fair weather on this side of the weather line. So I'm going to retreat. There's no reason to be on the fair side of the weather line at this point. So actually, I need to have this Yugoslav back up a bit, because he can't really help me in Romania. These Germans are pretty much going to stay where they're at. German infantry here, who's going to go back to here. This German infantry is going to go back to here. This German armored unit will sit here. This German armored unit will go here. German infantry will go here. The other advantage of doing what I'm doing is I'm also getting away from him being able to use his partisan. Here. I will leave a couple of garrisons just to make him have to attack me. That's what they're there for. They're there to die. Actually, no, not there. Aslov, undo that move. We're going to put you here. This German garrison is going to come up here. This one is going to go probably into Warsaw. His German infantry will just retreat. This German armored unit will go into reserve. In the west, it's all poor weather, so there's really no reason to move much other than probably to put this infantry in Dijon, and we'll move this German garrison down here. Actually, I'm not sure I'm going to even move that German garrison unit. He might be just fine where he's at. This Italian, hello, Italian, can't move into Vichy. That's right, because Vichy didn't surrender, so I'm kind of stuck depending on the Vichy. So the Italians can't really do anything. So what we're going to do, this guy is going to fly down here. This guy is going to fly, I think it's to here, and then to here. Alright, and then the rest of the German Air Force is going to fly back to Solzhenitsyn. He's going to fly back to Krakow. And he will fly back to probably Danzig. Actually, fly back to here. Okay. And this guy is the one that moves it to here. And he'll move to there. And then I'm done. Basically, the Germans are we're playing the game, quote unquote. So the game says I have to survive through May of or April of 45. That's the other new thing that's going to change. The game's going to end in May 45, or May 44, or May 46, which means I think you're going to see a lot more Axis victories, personally. But I have 62 will points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I count Berlin as 2, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So if you take all my cities unconquered anyway, all the cities together is like 42 or 44 production point or will points. Something like that. So the Allies not only have to take a fair amount of my cities, they also have to chop up my army. And by doing what I just did, I'm going to keep the May turn will not see a lot of armies be eliminated. You might get a lucky split and get one. And then in June, all I have to do is retreat and hold. And that's basically what it's going to come down to. Retreat and hold, retreat and hold, retreat and hold. There's a lot of terrain that you have to get through just to get to Germany, and then once you get to Germany, then there's a lot of terrain in Germany you have to get through. The Germans may not have a lot of willpower left, but they'll probably have 5, 6 cities and 20 will points left, which is all it takes. Then they win the game. So this is more of an exercise to show people kind of how you do this. I'm going to see if this works. Oh, I meant to, no, undo. One thing I did want to do, the Italian Navy is kind of unimportant at this point, but I'm going to take the Italian Navy, I'm going to escort it with the Italian Air. We're going to try to move to Copenhagen. Alright. And then the Allies are like, well, what the heck, we've got the aircraft carriers here. So they're going to try to intercept it. They're only a net +1. I'm a -1 for the aircraft. See if I get it? I did not, so he gets through. I could go after him with Force H, but it's pointless. If the first one had hit, then I could hit him when he tries again with the Force H, but I'm not going to bother. So don't intercept, and he finishes his move, and that's where he's going to stay. Now, there are a couple British armies here, so I'm going to go ahead and sack the Italian. Shouldn't be doing that. I should be allowed to reactivate that aircraft. Okay, well, it doesn't look like it's going to let me use the Italian aircraft, which is very, very unfortunate, because I should be able to do that. Maybe if I go here and come back, will it let me do this? Alright, he's got him marked as activated, having done his escort duty, and now he's not letting me activate him again, which should not be. So, probably something that Luna's doing with the new rules. I don't really need to do it. It was just... I just figured I'd go and hit some British units and get a few sorties on them, but that's okay. So supply all, no convoys. Where's he? That's right, he's there, so he doesn't get supplied. It'll be easy pickings for the Soviets. These guys are just sort of sitting there doing their thing, and we'll go ahead and do a supply all. So we're done. In the West, oh boy, we're at poor. I've got June and July. I've got 2 surprise attack markers. I'll get another one in July. I don't see... If I use them now, I don't get to ever use them again. So I do have a bunch of Vichy people I have to deal with, which is in and of itself annoying. All right, so we'll have the 5th move in here. He's got to do an assault. So we'll do an assault here. Throwing my airplane, so I'm a net +1. I will go ahead and throw my ground support here. And I'm stopped. Okay. That was done on my part. Alright, let's have the British take care of this. +2 to -2. I'm not going to waste anything as the Germans. So he will... I'll take it with that one, I guess. This Vichy guy wants to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let him, then I'll just cut him off. And if he doesn't rail past me, I should just rail the Gibraltar unit back here to take care of it and maintain the line. So, I was hoping to get this guy pushed out so that I could try to run people in. I'm sorry. Well, we kind of need to get so where we can break through the Somme in fair weather. So we're going to have him and him go in here, and then we're going to use, he's going to go in there, all sorts of aircraft I can use. I think we're going to go ahead and use the American aircraft because they're basically free sorties. So we're +3 to +2. He can throw a tank. I don't think this is worth the free forces, though. So, and from the German point of view, no, the tank is probably going to be more important in the east. So, and we got no effects, so nothing happened there. So my assaults aren't working. The idea was is if I could get him to retreat, then the 8th Army would go into this space along with this guy and try and push into the Somme and so on and so forth. But that's not going to work, so that's not going to work. And you know something? I think I'm going to need the extra air sorties in the future. I'm actually not going to use my bombers this turn. I use the British bomber. Oh, that's because she can use up the Italians. Yeah, there's no reason to do this. I'm not going to affect his production enough to make a difference, I don't think. Okay, so I'm going to use you. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we can try and do it this way. If we go to here, attack the German. +2 to 0, he can become a 1 if he wants to use that. Now the Germans have to think about this, but they can always retreat to here, and this keeps this guy from here. So nope, we don't want to do that. We're trying to make the Vichy guy move. Or am I? Do I care? I just want to be in a position to do a massive attack next turn. Let's see if we can make the Vichy guy move. I'm +1 to 0, and at this point, I have to look over here. I don't know if I'm going to need it for the Romanians. The last one, I think, went off the board, did it not? Yeah, so I lost the other ground support. I'm going to hang on to this one because I have good retreat routes. So we're just going to say go for it. And he didn't roll well enough. Okay. So we're just trying to get across some of the river lines here in the poor weather. We're actually going to bring this aircraft into... come on, map. Probably down to here. And then, god damn it, use this aircraft. Again, the Vichy don't care. And he gets a retreat. So now he doesn't really have anybody left that he can just move in there. He's going to still have to move my armies. So I'm going to go ahead and put the Vichy back there. And we will take this hex because that's one less river line I have to get across. I have to get across the Loire and the Seine and the Marne and the Somme and part of the Seine up here just to get to the Meuse and be able to try and get into Germany. And it just doesn't look like it's going to work. So, yeah, things are not progressing as I would like. If I'd have gotten the first one, then this guy would have attacked here, which would have left open a hole, and I could have moved the first French down and actually captured Vichy. You know, stuff like that. And I needed to get people to move on retreat, so it didn't work. So Vichy's going to be here for a little bit. I probably should have moved him down here to do this attack and had the 8th Army just working its way up the coast. Oh well. Okay, well, I'm pretty much done here. But she can actually intercept me here. So I'm actually going to take this convoy. It's going to go 1, 2, 3. We're going to go to Corona. Do I want to bother? I think I'll use it in June. Same thing here. We'll use it in June to try and mess around with some supply, if possible, and to deter a Soviet. We've got the Italian Navy over here now to help us with that, so we might try and do something in June. All right. So we're going to pass. I don't think I'm going to declare war on anybody else. My last declaration of war did not go well. Okay. So if I supply... See, he's trying to send everything through this 2 things, which just isn't going to work. So we've got to do some of the work for us. So, damn it. I really wish I could move this supply thing so I could see my map. Can't see the map. All right, let's have an American Army go out through here. And I'm not going to interfere this turn. I'm going to try to interfere at the end of next turn to try and mess up something going into July. I'm just going to say no more for this phase. I'll make the thing work better. All right, now it should be fairly evenly distributed. 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2. Yep, we're happy with that. Okay, over to the Soviets. Here we go. Annoyingly, the Germans have decided to not cooperate and stay where I can actually attack them. So we're going to have to do this slightly different. Damn it. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I gotta get this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's not gonna work. Can he actually get off the assault here? So he can actually assault to here. He'll move this assault to here. Alright, first off, we're going to do this assault here. +4 to -2, I ought to be able to kill it. Thank you. Shock Army has less legs, so he moves forward. Alright, and then this guy will actually move it into here and do an assault back, see if he can do the assault by himself. +2 to 0, see if it works. It did. He will not take the hex. Oh, he shouldn't have taken the hex. That was stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Okay. We need to try and push here. Attack here. And here. And here. So we're going to go ahead and do this. This hex is important to me, but not as important. Okay. I could throw my tanks here. I'm kind of saving my tanks maybe for one of these places down by Romania. That is a really important hex. I have an airplane there that's going to, if I lose it, I'm going to lose it anyway, so I'm going to go like that. So it's +5 to +3. And do I want to use one of my tanks here? Do I have another place I use tanks? Probably a couple of places, so we're not going to use it here. Alright, let's see if +5 +3 works. And I'm stopped. Rolling a 1, I'm not going to win any battles rolling 1. That's kind of the rule. So he's going to go here so that he's kind of filling in the line. We're going to go ahead and take Brest. +4 to 0. He can be a 1 if he wants. I'm not going to use my tanks on that. And again, a 2 to a 6. Oh my god. Alright. And we will start with this guy. I'm at a +2. I'm going to throw a tanks in there. +3. God, is it even worth it? It's going to be tough. And the Germans are like, I'm at +2 in the mountains. I don't care. Alright. Yeah, I'm not running into very good attacks here. we're going to do a little switcheroo here. Okay. Shock Army is going to come down here. Try this. Not many more attacks left. Boom. Start here. Throw the tank. Some +4, +2, and I don't care if I give ground. It's the Germans, so. I need to take that hex. I think I'll take it with this guy. Not too worried about the Romanians. This armored unit. Undo. Alright, we're going to go here. I guess I should wait there because I might be able to get up to here. Right? Alright, so this is going to become an important attack. +3 to +3. We really want to move that armored unit, so we're going to actually use the heavy artillery here. And I can't roll a dice, so it didn't work. Alright, so he's just going to move up to here. And I can't even attack at decent odds. This airplane is not going to move up this turn. That way I'll have 2 sorties next turn. These guys will all still be in range of at least one of his aircraft. Possibly 2. Okay. So we're not going to move him up. We have to move this guy probably into here. And now one of these armored units, he really needs to get like up here because I'm going to need help getting through this river line. I'm going to put one of these armored units up here. And I'm going to move this armored unit to here. And I'm done. Supply all. Supply all. Come on. Do your thing. Okay, the Germans were thinking they might end up having to eliminate some stuff, but no. So we're not going to eliminate anything. The Italians will do their aircraft. They're going to do that fleet. They've got 3 more, but they don't have anything they can do with it. The Germans have 22. So if they go, stop it. This one. And, okay, so yeah, the Germans are good. Confirm. And green, 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 green. You might say, why didn't I go ahead and try and bomb him and whatnot? The thing is the bombers can be used as tactical bombers. So if I get close enough where I can interdict his aircraft that's in Germany, I can fly the bombers in and they can be used as ground support units. So that's why I'm not bothering. I'm just going to have sorties on them to be used in the tactical role, assuming that I get a fair weather turn coming up here soon. Gee, I could rebuild the British surprise attack marker again wouldn't come in before the end of the game, but I already have one. I already have it sitting up here. So I have the British and the American. So I have, 1 or 2 for June, and then 1 or 2 for July, depending on how the weather goes. So, confirm. And Soviets saved just enough to make sure that they could do all their aircraft. The Germans still have 1 point left. Amazing how that worked out. And they're going to put it in the east or in the west. I have enough in the west. I think I need another one in the east. Gonna need a sacrificial lamb in the east somewhere. So we'll put him in Posen because I'm not sure where he needs to go. Confirm. And we have poor in the cold zone, but nobody's in the cold zone. So it's going to be fair, fair, fair. Fair in the mild zone, which is where the main attack is coming from. And so let's see how we can do here. Again, I think the only one I need to give any points to might be Romania, and I'm not even sure I'm going to bother there because it's June. We're not going to give anybody anything. We're going to keep it all for ourselves. Okay. I can't commit. The Russians have no reason not to. Whoopee. And the Allies going to need those things for attacks, so they're not going to commit. And I actually lost a factory in that. Okay. Strategic move. Do I have a strategic move? I suppose I could send an Italian to his death. Only got 3 will points. I could send a Yugoslav to his death. Have 5 will points there. Send a Yugoslav to his death? Yeah, I'm just making him waste. Just want him to waste movement points. Because you're going to see me do it again here with the Axis. And then the British are like, we don't want them sticking his nose in our business. So we're just going to do that. Okay. Soviets. I really don't have. I need to leave this guy here because it's a threat on Königsberg. It makes him have to defend it. Okay. I don't think I have one. And then you got the Axis here. We're sitting in the same kind of situation we were before. I'm looking at it from the standpoint of how to win the game, which is all I'm interested in doing here. With this strategy, this is a pure competitive strategy. It's not a historical strategy at all. So I don't care if Romania actually falls. So I think that that's what we're going to do. We're going to fall back to here. Bye-bye, Russia. Bye-bye, Soviet armies. We don't really want to mess with you. Where can he get? I just need to get a couple people in his way. Alright, get him to there. Take this guy. Here. This guy. All the way back to there. Romanians don't really have a good defense. Alright, this infantry's gonna die. I have a couple infantry that's gonna die here. Dagnabbit. Doing things in the wrong order. So, see if we can get it to be stable again. I think I'm clicking too fast. Alright, we're gonna retrograde back to here. We're gonna put this guy here. This guy can only run to here. I'm not doing this right. That's where he's gonna end up, but I gotta get the other guy to go somewhere else. He can get all the way to Budapest, so he's going to Budapest. This guy can only get to here, so that's where he'll go. This guy can get all the way back to here, so that's where he's going to go. This guy is going to go back to Krakow. Armored unit is going to fall back behind. See, we're going to try to hold off on the Vistula. Let's wait for the armored moments. Okay. In the north, we're actually going to try and hang on for a bit. So I'm going to be subject to a surprise attack marker and lots of attacks, right? So I really don't want to deal with that. I'm trying to mitigate the number of attacks he's going to get. So we're going to hit the front airplane here. Let's take that airplane down. Nope. Still, we will take that airplane down. And then we'll try and get lucky on this airplane. Nope. Okay, the reason why I hit those airplanes is they're all within 5 of my front line here. Again, I'm just trying to win the game, so I'm not so worried about them gaining ground as I am about me being able to hold them off on the last turn. So, much as I would like to hold this space up here, I don't think I can. So I'm going to, well, I better do this guy. He's probably got the same problem. How far can he get? Looks like he can get to Danzig. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I think he can get to Lodz. He can get to Danzig. He can get lots of places. Okay. I've got garrisons that must die just to make them use up movement points. I think you can get to Posen. And the 7th can be Danzig. We should be behind. Okay. You. Probably go here. You. Probably go here. You need to be here. And the panzers get behind the lines. here. This garrison is going to make him have to attack me. This panzer is going to go here. It's not very good defense, but it's the best I can do at the moment. Yugoslavs. Yeah, it's good enough. We don't care. We really don't care. Same thing applies here. We're going to be subjected to a surprise attack mark. So we're going to move these guys back. This guy goes up into Paris just to die. Deduce his job. This armored unit moves to here. This German infantry becomes a reserve. Put him up at Aachen. Hello, Aachen. This German infantry becomes a reserve. Goes into their space. Garrison here to die. And then this garrison we're going to actually put behind the Italians. I don't care. John, if they want to go through Italy, let them. Italian Air Force is going to fly to Dijon. Oh, it can't get through Vichy, can it? Undo that. I'm just going to have it hit this American aircraft and use itself up. I don't care. I'm just trying to ring up sorties on the American aircraft because there's more of them. And I'm not getting any 1-1s here. Okay. So this is just delay him for one of his fair weather turns. He will get up to this line here. Okay. And then in July, he might make it all the way to Stuttgart, Frankfurt, Düsseldorf. But he won't be able to get any farther. Same thing applies here. He'll get to this line in June. And in July, he might make it all the way to Vienna, Breslau, Danzig kind of thing. And so on. So, that's the German turn. They're not really interested in their aircraft for the last turn of the game. And they're done. Oh, he's in no supply. Undo. Undo. Do I care about this airplane? I don't think I do. Okay. So, there's not a lot I can do here. I really can't win this Western Allies. Um, so we will go ahead and drop the British surprise attack marker right here. We're going to start down here. What the heck? Let's just use it up so it's out of our way. Makes it life easier. No effects. We're going to attack it again. It's that same airplane. Oh boy. This is very bad. Finally got a DD. So it doesn't really matter where I go. He'll just go ahead and take the hex because he's got nothing else better to do with his life. This British unit will just run into Vichy. Vichy's conquered. And then we'll move like here. First armored. Okay, first armored is going to do the envelopment. It's +5. If he wants to use his armored tank there, he can, which he won't. He's blown up. I will take the hex and then move back out. Okay, that leaves me Brits. I don't want to use the Brits. Not the Brits, not yet. Alright, we're going to have Patton. Since he can't really get off multiple attacks, he's just going to try and take this guy out, throw an aircraft at it. Again, I don't care as the Germans. Retreat. think we'll retreat towards Italy. We'll go here. And because Patton can't attack me again, so he's done. So I've got +1s up here and on this thing. So maybe use 1, 2, 3. I might need to use couple here. No, before I do that. One, 2, 3, 4. No, I can do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I need to move this airplane, not the 8th Air Force. Yeah, I can move the 8th Air Force in here. Move the 8th Air Force. No. I'm going to move the 15th Air Force since it's the farthest one away. Into Paris. Now. Then we're going to have this guy go here. Attack. We will use the 8th Air Force. See what I mean? The bombers can actually be tactical bombers. So I'm +4 to -2. Got him, so I can take that. I can move 1 space and attack here. And now I can use the 8th Air Force, or 15th Air Force. And now the Germans have to make a decision. Is that infantry worth saving, or do I need it over here? I think I'm going to need the tank for an attack over here, like at Danzig or something. So I'm going to save it for the east. So go ahead, do your worst. And I got a no effect. Okay. So I'm done there. Now, I actually have the British 1st Canadian go here and attack here with 1st RAF. And do I want to do a bridge too far before I do this? Trying to think of where the paratrooper is going to come in most handy. Because even if I have to roll 1 to get back next turn. So we're going to assume that I can't use it ever again. The question is it worth using here first before I do this move to try and take Antwerp? So right now I'm +5. He could throw in his tanks to be +4. No, let's cancel that for now. Undo that. We're not going to do that first. We're going to try and see if we can get 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See if the Americans can do something first. I have the 1st French Army. Undo. 2, 3, 4, 5. I need to bring the 12th Air Force into Paris as well. 1st French Army. And here This is a SS. So even if I throw in an airplane. Okay, oh god. I'm only at +5 to +5. So I have to throw in something else to make it work. I think we'll try it. Term. Commit. Oh. And we'll attack again. This time we'll use the 12th Air Force. Term. Commit. Effect. Okay, so I'm not going to move him anytime soon. 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's try this way. I want to do this. I want to do this? I don't think so. +5 to +4. Okay. Well, that's it for the Americans. So now the British have to do their thing. Canadians can go up here, or they could attack here twice. This guy could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can attack it Antwerp once. So we're going to go here to try and eliminate this German unit. Okay. And the Germans are not going to defend this because there's no point. Canadians will take that. Okay, so we got a halfway decent line here. This is kind of weak. If he really wanted to pull a thing, he can come out and try and take on Patton, which is why I'm leaving some of these aircraft in here. Then the 8th Army has only one shot. Question is do you want to use the paratrooper here to break the city line, or do you want to use it next turn to get rid of one of these SS Panzers? I think I want to use it next turn, if I'm going to use it at all. If I use it now, I have a 1 in 6 chance. Okay. So I have to place it first. I have a 1 in 6 chance of this making a difference. So if I roll a 1, I'll get it back in July. And once again, as the Germans, I don't care. And he doesn't have enough points to follow up the attack. It takes Antwerp, but so what? Okay. Now, just to save on my supply, since this guy's already at 5 sorties, I'm just going to fly him back. Fly him back to England, because why not? Okay. And we're done. Oh, no, we're not done. Undo this. We have a couple more things to do. Because we took Antwerp, we take the 12th Fleet. Oh, not the 12th Fleet. The convoy. This convoy. Escorted by the 12th Fleet. I'm going to go to Bilbao. Go to Bordeaux. And no, I'm not going to intercept. Oh, I don't want to do that because he could still bomb. Stop interception. Remove there and stay. This one is going to be confirmed by force H. It's going to move to tail. Again, no. Confirm naval path. Because now, because I have Antwerp, he has nowhere to come after me anymore. I believe everybody stays in supply now. If you go down here, you can see a fairly even distribution. So I don't have to worry about interceptions in my supply line, because at this point, that's what it's all about. And in the Soviet case, I'm just going to have this shock army do the attack. Only assault in poor weather. Okay, that's right. I have to assault this. Do. I have to assault there. All right, let's kind of retreat. Just there. I don't go there. I go here, and then I attack here. Go ahead and throw a thing. And retreats into there, and then we go here, and we attack here, and we'll just see if that works. Oh, let's make sure it gets done. He's retreated. Take Bucharest. And then this guy goes here, attacks here, 0 to -2. Retreated. I do not take the hex. Instead, just stay there. Come on. He runs in here. Romania is conquered. Who cares? Yeah, I have to remove your marker here. And then I'll just go ahead and move down here just for kicks, because I don't have anything else better to do. I have to move back towards Russia anyway. Let's go back to the Soviet Union for my garrison duty. There's no good place to place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think I'm going to use 2 surprise attack markers next turn. That's what I would do. Go in here, attack, undo. So I have aircraft that can defend. So I have to move my aircraft up, and I'm going to get bounced by the Germans. If there's anything I can do about it, I'm just going to get bounced by the Germans. hang on a second. Oh, this might be cute. 5. Attack the Yugoslav with my last tank. Got DD'd. Being DD'd, I want to be behind a river. And he will take this hex. And the airplane has to move back, so he drops back at points. Okay. And then I just noticed that this guy, he's done. And so this guy can get all the way to here for 1. And then move across to make this airplane fall back to opposing. Okay. Now, that lets me break this airplane. Oh, airplane. Damn it, game. Come on. Come on. Bring this airplane up to here. Now we'll try and do it this way. We'll go here. Attack into Königsberg. Fly my airplane. Fly his airplane. And it don't affect. And then I will attack him again. Not an airplane. Does he really want to try to hang on to that hex? Yeah, I think I will. I think I would try to hang on to it. Because it's a factory. And I stopped him. Yay, I stopped him. Not that it's going to matter, because then this guy's going to come here. And attack here. Plus 2 to 0. And I can't roll a dice. And I finally roll the dice. Okay. Take that hex and then move to this side of him so that he's isolated. And then I can bring, oh, let's make sure we take it in there. 2 attacks here. Confirm, commit, take it on the first shot. We want to take the hex. Airplane flies back to Stettin. And then we can move all the way up to here. Boom. This guy can't do much of anything anyway, so he's going to come down here. Do an assault. What does help from this guy? What's that look like? Plus 3 to minus 2 should be enough. Eliminated, get him on the rail line. We got to get moving here up to the front. And possible attacks. We're not going to get to the front and be able to make attacks with him. We're going to start running into German aircraft here. So maybe just put him here. This shock army can get all the way to there. So now we're just running the troops forward, so to speak. It's going to be too little, too late. Well, I can get to here to try and take Lutz. Go in here. Let's start off with this. Go ahead and throw my heavy artillery. Did I get the other heavy artillery back? I don't think I have anything coming anymore. What do I got here? Just my tanks. Maybe I just won't bother. And the Germans will try and hold it, so confirm, commit. Okay. Here. It's a garrison unit, I don't care. It's retreated. I don't want to go there. I want to go here. This guy's tail end Charlie. Oh, I can do an assault. Okay. You can't get anywhere. It's not going to be surrounded or anything, but so I'm at 0. I will throw in an airplane. I want to save a German aircraft. Gets a retreat. I'm risking everything here, but okay. Attack him again just for kicks. +1, go ahead, I don't care. Okay. Attack him again, I don't care. Okay, I'm not going to take that hex. Because I'm already precariously placed. I'm going to stay there, and then we're going to attack from here. So we're now +6 to +2. We are going to throw in an aircraft just because if we can hold, then that's that many units that can't do anything. And it worked. Okay. And that means that I have to take damn it, map! He has to come all the way to here. Fortunately. He has to go to here to keep myself in supply. Which is not where I want those armored units to be for the last turn. So okay, and then this guy, naval transport. I'm not going to use an escort. We're just going to move to Königsberg. What the heck? That's what the Italian Navy's there for. Okay, I'm going to save that because I think he's going to invade next turn. Okay. And then that's where I'm going to stay. Okay. And now I really need to get this aircraft. That was dumb of me. I was doing all those attacks. I could have this aircraft up here helping me. So we can have him finish this guy off. I'll be one up on. And that's all I can do. I'm done. I want to voluntarily eliminate the 5th Luft. Because there's, well, if I stay there, I'm just pain in his posterior for supply lines, but it just goes around it. And I don't get to build it this turn. It doesn't matter. I was thinking I might have to eliminate something. I'm going to. Replacements. Where the hell is he? Oh, he got banged up. So yeah, I can. Do I have your slot points? Italian air for no good reason. And this Italian fleet up in there. German infantry, and then airplane, 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 airplane. Not enough production points. Okay, wrong airplanes. Undo all. Let's try this again. You get done. You get done. You get done. Now, first Luft, third Luft, Luft Reserve, and sixth Luft. Where's the 15th Infantry? Is he in the west? Yeah, he's going to be moved anyway because we don't want to give him that breakthrough opportunity. All right. So confirm. And this is all straight forward. British can do it all, so they don't care. And confirm. Soviets are in the same boat. Oh, they can actually do that too. Okay. All right, and there you have it. We're at the end of June. I'm not sure I'm going to bother to play out the last turn of this game. It's just sort of a pointless thing to me. I mean, the Russians will use their surprise attack markers to try and break through here and maybe get as far as the Otter in Vienna. And the West might break the Meuse. I don't think they'll break the Rhine. And they'll be using up, both of their surprise attack markers along the front here to try and break through. I do have a gaming convention coming up in the next week. So if I do decide to do the last turn of this, it probably won't be until November. Hope you guys have all enjoyed this. Like I said, the rules have changed. The Board Game Arena module supposedly will be updated sometime in November. It might take longer. I'm not sure how long it will take the designer to implement the new diplomacy rules and some of the other rules that have changed. It will definitely change this entire sort of meta. it will not be easy to achieve pulling in like Spain and Turkey and all the allies that I pulled in. Okay, this is definitely a German victory. I may try to play this out, one more video just to show you the last turn. But I don't see it being a victory for the Allies in any way, shape, or form. So there's only one turn left. Okay. So actually, I'm going to advance this to where we are at here. All right. If you like what you see, hit the thumbs up button. If you like to see, go ahead and subscribe and hit the notify bell to be notified when I upload videos and or schedule streams. As a note, I am doing a massive set of videos on a computer role-playing game called Pathfinder Kingmaker. It's available on Steam. You can find, I don't know, I'm around 200 some odd videos posted, and I have a whole bunch more that I still have to go get uploaded. So that's been my current project along with this. I hope to get some more after my gaming convention. I plan on trying to do some more strategic games again, probably through the Vassal modules, and then doing video commentary after replaying the video log for you, the vlog on video for you, which is how I've done it in the past. So there'll be some more stuff coming. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to proceed. Depends on who likes what. So leave me comments, and until we meet again, stay safe.